Hi everyone, this is Newt Warren, the assistant here at IE Gallery. I am back with another walkthrough video of a show. For November, we have Juliana Heyne's work titled Scenes from the Road. And this is work spanning through a couple various eras of her life, where she's traveled through the US and to a few other countries abroad. This show is a mix of several different kinds of media. Juliana often works in oil paint, whether that be on canvas or paper. She also often uses pastel, collage, charcoal, monoprints, and quite often she's intermingling each of those practices together to create one work. This piece here we're coming in close to is a collage piece, also featuring oil, and this whole thing is mounted on panel. It's kind of in a weird spot here, backed up against the window. You can get a better sense for these layers in person. This piece is titled Vacancy from 2015. And it's probably the most obvious collage work we have in this show. We'll get to some other close-ups here in just a few moments. I would like to read a little bit from Juliana's statement about this show. Since we will not be having an artist talk this month, this is your content for the week, halfway through the show. So if you haven't been able to check it out yet, definitely make the trip if you're able. We are open next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, normal hours. So if you are looking for something to do and would like to see some art, we'll be there for you. Okay, so from her artist statement, Juliana once said that she tries to depict a sense of place, filtered through memory and dramatizing real-world images. She also mentions that no matter the subject matter, there's some kind of beauty at its core that draws me. She's trying to capture these scenes at her best from memory, but without trying to be too realistic about it. Often when she's traveling, she is taking photographs or sketches and then later using these as reference for the pieces themselves, for the final works. These two here are monoprints from her trip to Goblin State Park, which is in Utah, if you've never been. You can get a sense for the desert landscape in not only the color palette, but in the structure of the rock here. Something else mentioned in Juliana's artist statement is that she often tries to, I guess, harness what would be her memory of the place, almost more so than the reality of that landscape, creating high contrast between tones, focusing her attention on the light and movement of a landscape. Pardon the glass here. This is another great reason for you to come check these out in person. They are framed beautifully, floating in the frame here. But of course, you can't really capture that detail through the lens. This piece here is of the John Day fossil beds. We have a couple others from that region as well, and I believe that's in Oregon. Forgive me if I'm wrong. This piece here is one of her many, titled Could Be California. It looks very California to me. Maybe those of you who have spent more time in that state may also feel differently. It almost reminds me of the rolling green hills near Petaluma. Whether or not that was her reference, we can't be so sure. Here's another one from John Day Fossil Beds, and one of our favorites. If you've seen a postcard from this show, you would have seen this piece here. This is from 2014. I'll try to get in as close as I can to the detail and the texture here and the color palette. Up close, you can really see the layers of medium that she's working with. Here's another likely to be California scene. Again, I'm so sorry about the glare there. There are better photos of each of these pieces on our website as well. Here's another John Day Fossil Beds piece. And probably my favorite in the whole show. I just love the color palette. It's almost totally surreal. One of my favorite tones that she uses in this piece, we'll see if I can get close to it here, is this lavender shade. Expertly applied. Make no mistake, she also does urban scenes. These pieces here are references to the viaduct that was once in Seattle. These are a little bit more recent. These are from 2020. Pastel and charcoal on paper. And 4 of these are still available. This piece here is a reference to her trip to Iceland, I believe in 2016 perhaps. If you've ever been to Iceland or you've seen images, you know that this is absolutely what it looks like. A totally alien landscape to those of us from the US. Volcanic rock and just the most brightly acidic green moss you've ever seen. This piece is also one of my favorites. Perhaps I can show off some of the tones here. Oranges as well as the greens and some blues even. And the last piece here that we haven't yet had a moment with, also against the window, so a little hard to see through the lens here. This is of the Roof Copper Pit. Kind of a marriage of her urban and rural tastes here. If you're interested in getting to know any of Juliana's work from previous years or just any work that isn't currently in this show, she did show with Francine Seders for 30 years. We have an old publication from Francine Seders featuring work from Juliana. We have this in the gallery. This is our gallery copy, unfortunately, but you're welcome to come in and check it out. We may be able to get our hands on one for purchase if there are any left. But I'm showing you this just to get a sense for the wide range of places that she's capturing here. Finding the beauty in everything that she sees, as she mentions in her artist statement. There's a lot of great content here in this book. Again, you're welcome to come check it out in the gallery, take a seat, click through it, get some coffee from next door. This show will be up through the end of the month, and we will be hanging on to most, if not all, of these works of art once everything is taken care of and the sold pieces are given to their buyers. So if you do happen to miss the show, don't worry, we will have plenty, or we should have plenty of pieces to show off here in the gallery once you are able to come visit. Stay tuned for an announcement of our extended December and January show. That should be coming to you here in the next week or two. And if during that show, again, extended, so December through January, if these Juliana Heyne pieces are still on your mind, definitely ask us to pull them out for you. We're happy to do so. Thanks for taking this look through Scenes of the Road with me. Sorry for the shaky camera. I am not using a camera on a gimbal or a tripod or anything, so we do appreciate your appreciation of our low tech here. But we do our best to get the art to you wherever you are. Have a wonderful rest of your fall and a lovely start to the winter season. And we'll see you here soon. Thank you. Bye.